before she gets started, all the students of the month, thank you, because we did change it up to tonight. So I appreciate it for most of it. Looks like everybody's here. So whoever said we wasn't going to make it,
Good evening. Caden Myers is second grade student of the month. Caden's a student in my second grade classroom. He's the son of Ashley Brem and Cody Myers. He has two brothers, Owen and Camden, and one sister, Eva. When Caden isn't working on his schoolwork, he likes to play baseball and go hunting. In fact, Caden shot his first buck this fall. Not only did he shoot his first buck, but it was an 8-point.
good for him.
He's quite proud of that since it was his first time ever hunting. He says he may also like to go doe hunting and even turkey hunting. In the spring, Caden's hoping to play baseball. Caden also won the Big Buck contest for Reading Hardware. During the school day, Caden says his favorite subjects are art and math. He's an exceptional student. He's very caring and respectful. He's always willing to lend a helping hand to his classmates and his teachers. He's a dedicated student who tries to do his best work, even when it's tough. Congratulations, Caden, on being named second grade student of the month.
Ryan Toman, you're up next.
Alright. This is Brandon Welch. He's a 5th grade student here at ACES. The first time you see Brandon, you might not hear from him, and that's because Brandon prefers to let his work and his accomplishments do the talking for him. Brandon has demonstrated mastery of all of our 5th grade math standards so far this year. Additionally, Brandon leads by example in class, focusing on what needs done, and he does everything to the best of his ability. Brandon is a model example of our pilot program, and I think his two strongest qualities he demonstrates would be his integrity and the way he treats everyone with respect that he meets both adults and his classmates. Outside of school, Brandon enjoys playing with his dogs and games such as Roblox. He's also a Notre Dame fan, so he got to enjoy a good one there. And so I'd like to congratulate Brandon on Student of the Month.
Well, I guess I know who's up next.
Hi, I'm Erin Salono, 6th grade ELA teacher at NAMS. I have the privilege of introducing Madeline Baker to you tonight as our January Student of the Month. We asked Maddie a few questions last week, and these were her responses. Maddie lives with her mom and stepdad, Taylor and Ed Lookinville, along with her stepbrother Braxton, who is in 5th grade, brother Grady, who is in 2nd grade, and Nash, who attends preschool. She also has 3 dogs, Gus, Daisy, and Tank. Her dad, Michael, lives in Littlestown with her 3 other step-siblings, Carter, who is in 7th grade, Connor, who is in 5th grade, and Ella, who is in 4th grade. Maddie's favorite subject in school is math, simply because she likes it. Her favorite book is Harry Potter, Gold Honor Roll for the first Merkin period and plays basketball, field hockey, and volleyball for the school. She would like to continue her education to become a nurse. Outside of school, Maddie likes to practice her sports, read, and do art in her free time, and her favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla. Thank you for being here to celebrate an outstanding young lady, and have a wonderful evening.
So for the high school, our first student of the month for December is Bailey Harden. Bailey, you come up and Bailey continues to be an outstanding student at LHS, challenging herself with very heavy course loads, performing exceptionally in those classes. This remains the case currently, as she carries AP classes in nearly every content area as a senior. Mrs. Lyon, math and science teacher at High School States, have gotten to know Bailey through work in physics and during astronomy club. She is kind, level-headed, and driven. She demonstrated her perseverance through challenging coursework, and she makes her peers feel welcomed in our club every time we meet. Bailey also is heavily involved in the school community. She is a member of the National Honor Society and National Art Honor Society, of which she is the historian. She has flourished as an artist as she has been seen her illustrations published in A Whole School Fits in One Room by Elizabeth Haberman. She also had her works displayed on multiple occasions at the Adams County Arts Council. Bailey also enjoys being involved in theatrical presentations, working on stage crew, and acting as student director. Responsible, aspiring to academic success, kind, courteous, and creative is how Mr. Klunk explains Bailey. Health and PE teacher Mrs. Renner adds, Bailey always walks into the weight room with a smile. She is an extremely hard worker and has great leadership qualities. Her positive attitude is greatly appreciated by her teachers and peers. This approach will serve her well. She plans to go to attend college and major in archaeology, anthropology, or geosciences after graduation. Congratulations to Bailey Harden.
You can stand up, man.
It's all right. Second student of the month for the high school for December is Brody Biddle. Brody has been a phenomenal student throughout his high school career and continues to push himself also during his senior year, taking highly challenging courses such as AP Calculus and AP Physics. He is a member of the National Honor Society based on his academic achievements. Mr. Powell, Brody's physics teacher, states, Brody works very hard both in and out of the classroom. He is always respectful. He is interested in truly understanding what he is learning. He has never missed an assignment and is an excellent thinker and problem solver. Another faculty member, which didn't give me the name, added the following: Brody might not have been the student volunteering to answer every time, but every time he was called on, he had an answer which not only showed that he was listening, but that he was also considering connections and implications. He saw connections across the course's material, but also beyond these classroom's walls. And then, in addition to his exemplary academics, Brody is also a positive presence in the high school community, offering cheerful greetings and his help when needed. He's a young man that will move on from Littlestown and give everyone he meets a positive impression of our community. Brody also excels as an athlete, as a member of the football team and track teams. He received the Ironman Award in football, played as a team quarterback, and was named first team in York Adams League as a safety. Overall, Brady is a role model to his peers, participates in the school community, and is friendly and respectful to all. Brody intends to attend college, majoring in physics in the future. Congratulations to Brody Biddle.
I'd always like to thank all our students of the month you don't have any more, Mr. Biddle, is this the last one?
No, there's one.
So I got another student who wants to come up and,
I don't know about that.
one more, okay, all right. Okay, who's taking the picture? Mr. Moran. Okay. At this time, if the students of the month and the guests would like to leave, they may do so. Mr. Moran would like to get the students of the month's picture in the lobby. So at that, just nice to.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming, appreciate it. Parents and the seniors, there's a new bus, new route coming for the, next week, so be aware where it's coming at the high school.
Yes. Bus route. Bus route. Drop off for the customer.
Yeah, you never know.
It's not a big deal, it doesn't happen at other boards. Okay. Dr. Piasky, you're up for the spotlight.
So hello, this evening I'm so excited to share with you a highlight of our behavior specialists. We have Elizabeth Simonella and Katrina Ross. The behavior specialist job is a vast and they wear many hats on a given day. They support all students, teachers, and administrators. They support special education students as well as regular education students. They demonstrate a proactive approach to situations and circumstances in the classroom as the frontline offense or defense, whichever is needed. Our behavior specialists are our frontline also prior to administration, needing to get involved in climatic situations. They are not only an outlet for teachers and students, they are relationship builders to navigate the success of the classroom. The most important role of our behavior specialist is to help students and teachers when behaviors have escalated, to work with them to calm the situation and re-enter the students to the classroom. The value of our behavior specialists is unquantifiable in all aspects of their job because they are helping our students and staff to be successful. So right now, Katrina, she's our elementary behavior specialist K through 5 here at ACES, so she works with everybody here, and she'll talk a little bit about her role and herself. Right? Or do you want to go first? Okay. I'm the secondary behavior specialist, 6 through 12.
This is my 4th school year at Littlestown, and I have to say supporting the students, teachers, and staff here has brought me so much joy these past several years. Sorry, I'm a nervous crier. As we approach the mid-year mark tomorrow, and I reflect on my school year so far, I have worked with 46 students in grades 6 through 12 this year in many ways, conducting behavior observations, direct support one-on-one, teacher consultations, parent meetings, and group teaching. I developed lesson plans for 2 social skills groups that are taught bi-weekly, and executive function skills, which is taught to all 9th grade students through collaboration with the health teachers. Executive functioning skills include time management, emotional regulation, organization and planning, and general skills to manage our lives, which are critical for those secondary students as we're trying to prep them to head out in the world. I have, at this point in the school year, conducted 12 functional behavior assessments, which is just 2 less than I did the entire school year last year. For some insight into what a school-based behavior specialist does, a functional behavior assessment is the most clinical thing that we'll do. It involves hours of observation, writing, consulting, and developing strategies for teachers and staff to utilize in the classrooms. It feeds what
positive behavior support plan, which are individualized to the student and provide strategies, reinforcements, consequences, and interventions to help students with behavior needs maintain safety and appropriate behaviors in their classrooms. Over this second half of the school year, I'm most looking forward to seeing my senior behavior intervention students graduate successfully with minimal supports due to the significant progress they were able to make these past 4 school years.
My name is Katrina Roscoe, and I'm the behavior specialist here at Alloway Creek. This is my second year with this district. Prior to coming to Littletown, I spent 5 years as a behavior analyst at an agency providing intensive behavioral health services to children in Adams, York, and Franklin County. A little bit about my day here. No 2 days are ever the same. I support around 52 students here at Alloway Creek. For those students, I may collect data, do observations, provide teachers with strategies, attend team meetings, collaborate with staff and parents, conduct functional behavior assessments, develop positive behavior support plans, attend meetings, and provide in-the-moment assistance as needed. Aside from those students, I also provide assistance to the administration here when problems may arise and students just need a little extra support, as well as one-on-one sessions to about 5 students on a bi-weekly basis. My role here is to figure out why students are engaging in behaviors of concern and teach them ways to get the same need met in a more socially appropriate manner. I also teach social skills lessons to our 2 intensive learning support classrooms and our behavior intervention classroom. These lessons vary in topics such as making friends, big problem versus small problem, the importance of following directions, identifying emotions in ourselves and others, and what to do about our emotions. While this is a rather busy field, I feel that this is one of the most rewarding fields. Here we get to celebrate the small moments, which might be making it through a lesson without calling out, and the big moments of making it a whole marking period without an office referral. My favorite part of my job is passing a kiddo in the hallway and them being so excited to share their successes with me, and knowing that I played a part in helping them find their best path to success.
Our behavior specialist.
Does anybody have any questions?
I do. When you said you've already met with or worked with 2 less than you did the whole year last year, is that because we have 1 less behavioral specialist and your workload increased?
We're actually the same number of behavior specialists we've had as long as I've been here, and there was actually 2 fewer behavior assessments. So the functional behavior assessment is a tool. It's a test essentially that determines if a student needs behavior support, and so we would do that whenever a teacher or administrator in a building has consistent problems with a student. They'll bring us in to assess, does the student need more support than just being in a regular classroom or just having regular check-ins maybe with an admin. And so we only do those when it's necessary because it's a lengthy process, and it produces a behavior plan at the end. And we don't want students to have behavior plans unless they need to be on a behavior plan. And so this year I've done 12 of those assessments so far, and I was just highlighting that last year I did 14 total. So we're only halfway through the year, and we've determined as buildings that these students need that extra attention, and we're already at that level, and we're only halfway through our school year.
Anybody else have any questions? And I know Katrina has lots of fun. I hear about it all the time.
Yes, I do.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thank you.
Okay, this time, public comment. Ms. Johnson, I'm going to grant you, this is the second time that this has happened after this. You had one before that was less than 5 minutes signed.
I don't
will
think
grant
so,
you
but
this
okay.
time, and this will be the last time. If you would like to speak, you may speak. So
I
you've got 5
appreciate
minutes.
that, just like Ally got the same courtesy. Thank you. It's not like it's right. And it was the first time, but okay.
No, second, but it's okay. I'm not
First, but
arguing.
okay, thank you.
Okay, you're not to speak? Thank you. We offered her, she had not signed, we offered her the ability to speak if she wanted to. Okay, we're on to the auditor's report.
Only Ally gets sections.
my name is Derek Schrader. I'm with Zelenkovsky Axelrod tonight. I'm also bringing Kayla Key, who was the in charge on this job. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you to Littlestown Area School District and the business office for all of their help in completing the audit. They were extremely professional and have always been a great help as far as getting us any sort of documents we needed or any questions answered. So big thank you and shout out to them for all of the stuff that they do behind the scenes that really help us get the audit completed. As far as the audit report itself, I'm going to give some quick, very high-level comments about what the audit report was and what we did, and then Kayla is going to go and do a little bit more of an in-depth look at your financial statements. So as far as the audit report itself, there were 2 reports. Both have been filed appropriately with the places that they needed to be filed with the state and also the Federal Audit Clearinghouse. Both of those things were done timely. The financial statement audit in and of itself was the school district was given a clean opinion. It's an unqualified opinion. It's the highest level of assurance that we as auditors can give. There were no issues with any of the numbers. We didn't have any material misstatements or any findings as far as the financial statements go. And then also the second report was your single audit report, which has to do with your federal funds, and those federal funds are audited based on several compliance requirements to make sure that the funds that are being received by the federal government are being spent appropriately. This year we audited the American Rescue Plan ESSER funds, which I think has been audited also in the past. Also, with those opinions and those funds, we had no findings as well. So in those 2 reports, we didn't have any issues, didn't have any findings. Everything looked appropriate and well put together. And with that, I'll let Kayla speak on the financial statements and the single audit a little bit more.
Hi, so I just wanted to give you kind of a brief overview of what our financial statements look like. As Derek mentioned, our opinion was clean, and you can see that on page 1 of the report. If you're looking at a PDF, it's page 3. And you'll just see basically that there's nothing in there that you need to worry about. And then if you continue on to pages 4 to 13, you'll see the management discussion and analysis. So this is the section that Tom would have helped fill out and would have explained why there's differences between year-to-year activity. So this will give you a better understanding of what's going on in the financial statements between the years. Next, we have the government-wide statements. These start on page 14. In this, you'll see the activity at a full accrual basis. So you'll have a net position, and you'll see at the bottom of the page that the net position for the governmental activities was about 20 million, which is an increase in net position from the prior year by about 4 million, which is similar to the increase that you had last year. So your deficit is decreasing, which is really good. Some of the factors that contribute to the deficit, though, would be your pension and OPEB, which is based off of different activity throughout the years that you can't control. And then you also have your debt liability. Since you've been taking on new debt, that's going to increase your deficit as well until you pay down the debt. But also in good news, your cash increased by about 17 million. But that also is partly due to the new debt that has not been spent yet. If you continue on to page 15, you will see the change in net position. Again, towards the bottom of the page was about that 4 million that I mentioned before. Because that's so similar to last year, there wasn't like a big increase or decrease in certain expenditures. That's going to be why there was a variance. It's just how everything fell out. You had enough grants to help cover certain things that you were able to have a positive increase. If you continue going down into page 16, you will see the government-wide statements. The government-wide fund level statements. These are on a modified accrual basis. So some of the activity that you saw on the full accrual, like the OPEB and pension that I said helped affect your deficit, you're not going to see on this side. And you're not going to see the liabilities for debt either. So looking at the total governmental fund balance, you have about 36 million. This is an increase by about 13 million from the year before. A large part of the increase was due to the issuance of the new debt, and since a lot of it hasn't been spent yet, you'll see that in the capital projects fund. The total general fund balance is about 11.8 million, which is about $500,000 increase from the prior year. Again, this could just be from normal activity. There was no major changes between the years besides the fact that your cash increased significantly in all of your accounts. That could have been due to cashing in on investments that you had in the prior year. And like I mentioned before, the total capital projects increased by about 18 million, which most of that increase is due to that new GOB bond that's being held in cash. And then if you continue down to page 18, you'll see the net change in fund balance was about that 13.9 million. You'll see in between on page 17, that's what's going to help take you from your fund level to your government-wide from the modified accrual to the full accrual. And then you'll also see help on page 19 to take you what we did to bring you to the full accrual. Continuing on, you have your proprietary funds, which would be your food service funds. There were no major changes in there compared to prior years. And then following that, you'll have the notes and required schedules. There have been no significant changes from the prior years in those either. And as Derek mentioned, we had the single audit, which we have a separate report for. And there were unmodified opinions for both gas and uniform guidance, so you'll have the two opinions at the top of the report, and those will both be that, clean opinions. And then we tested ARP ESSER, which again had no findings, and you'll be able to see that in the report as well. Are there any questions?
I'm on as clear as mud.
Yeah, why can't we see it?
Any questions for them? Tom, you get any questions that you would like to say so that we clarify something more a little? No?
No, but if you have follow-up questions, you can reach out to me. But if you have something specific to order, you can also reach out and I can relay it.
And these are available to the public where?
There'll be one in the lobby.
Okay. So, anybody wants some light reading, they'll always be in the lobby. I put a couch out there for you.
They're also located on our website.
All both of them?
Yes, all financials are on the website.
I appreciate it.
Carl, if you don't mind me saying, how do you find them on the website?
They're under our financial section. Yeah, and it's under financial